Hi guys, Jeff Nelson at slapofthebass.com. Welcome back for the second music theory lesson. Today we're going to talk about whole steps, half steps, and other musical intervals. Now the smallest interval that we can play on the bass and most other instruments is called a half step. And on the bass, a half step is simply going to be one fret to the right if you're right-handed or left if you're left-handed, away from the original note. So here's an example of a half step. And in a different spot. Alright, so the half step is going to be the bass unit for figuring out our intervals. Alright, so the whole step is simply two half steps, and you skip one fret to play a whole step. So from the open position, it's open, second fret, and you can do that in any other spot on the guitar. It's 2 frets apart. Alright, the next interval is the minor third. The minor third is 3 half steps up or down from your original note, like this. And keep in mind, all these examples on all these intervals go both ways. It's not just up that you can go. You can also go down the other way on the guitar. So the major third is 4 half steps apart, like this. The next interval we have is called the perfect fourth, and it is 5 half steps up from the original note or down from the original note. It sounds like this. And our bass is actually tuned in fourths, so you can hear that interval between each string. Now the next interval we have is called the tritone, and it has actually been called the devil's chord before because it's used a lot in metal and it sounds a little bit evil. And it is 6 half steps away from the original note. It sounds like this. The next interval is called the perfect fifth, and it is 7 half steps away from the original note. It sounds like this. The next interval is called the minor sixth, and it is 8 half steps away from the original note. It sounds like this. Next we have the major sixth, which is 9 half steps away from the original note. Here's what it sounds like. And then we have the minor seventh, which is 10 half steps away from the original note, and it sounds like this. And then we have the major seventh, which is 11 half steps away from the original note, and this is what that sounds like. And then next we have the perfect octave, which is actually the same note. It's just doubled or halved in frequency, and it sounds like this. exercise that I came up with for you guys to practice all these intervals on the same string. So what we're going to do is start with the open E string, and we're going to hit that note twice. Then we're going to go up 1 fret each time after that and hit the root note again. So here's what it sounds like. Alright guys, that's it. Hit like, hit subscribe, follow the link in the description, and remember to slap at the bass.